This is TWiT.
What line number?
The YouTube story. Where'd it go?
YouTube story. YouTube saved her chateau.
No,
YouTube
not
to
that one.
auto-detect products
40.
and videos, or
That
the
one.
preteen's guide to getting rich off YouTube.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'll
When
tell
did
you about
get
that
added?
one next. YouTube is something Alex Lindsay has said for years. The best ads are the products in content, right? Especially, a car that looks cool or clothes that sound I love that dress. That's a great way to do it. So YouTube is starting to do recognition of products in content. And at some point, there will be, right beneath the player, there'll be a list of the products in the video. Here's an example. This is on a Pixel phone.
So I hold this up by chance, and suddenly there's going to be a purchase because they're going to recognize that.
I don't know.
Oh, this for the listeners was a bottle of water.
Pellegrino.
Oh, not just any water.
Pellegrino.
That ain't a bottle.
That was
of water.
fancy water.
Was that con gaz or sans gaz? Con gaz. The YouTube
It
algorithm,
gas.
according to 95 Google, does a fairly solid job of auto-detecting just what content you've been watching and serving up related videos. Oh, no. Yeah, but this feels more like the kind of content you watch as research for making a purchase. So you might really be interested. I mean, you're not watching this to figure out what's fizzy water Jeff drinks. I don't know. It's interesting. Will we get a cut of that? Probably not.
No, probably not.
Well, see, that was the approach that I had on it, because I use affiliate links on my personal brand, and it's nice to be able to capitalize off of those affiliate clicks here and there. And I would like but I do get that if it's something in my background that may be useful for somebody and YouTube recommends that in a non-invasive way, I do get that. But I hope this isn't something that's going to take away from the content creator that is creating content about a product that they're holding up right now, and then YouTube sticks another link down there that takes away from the creator.
Well, that takes me to the other article about getting rich off Google. Do you know who Ryanji is? If you have little kids, you do. He is probably the most successful YouTube creator of all, 29 million subscribers. He made last year, it's estimated $30 million. He's 9 years old.
Jeez.
Oh, that's the kid with the toy.
Yeah, he
opening
does
toys.
toy unboxing. I think it's his parents made $30 million. I don't know. He started when he was 3 with toy unboxing. So now we know it's his parents, right? But one of the ways that he has generated all this income is not just from advertising, but from merchandising deals and sponsorship deals with Walmart and Target. He's got TV shows with Nickelodeon and Amazon. They have their own footwear line with Skechers. Products bearing Ryan's World branding generated more than $250 million in sales in 2020. And the Kaji's share of those sales represent from 60 to 70% of the $30 million of their annual revenue. So only 30 to 40% comes from ads in, YouTube ads in there. He has like 8 separate channels. They realized very quickly this 9-year-old, labor laws would prevent him from working 24/7. So they created additional channels with animated characters and so forth. I haven't watched it, but good Lord, $30 million. Now he says, whenever I was much younger, I liked to play with toys. So we do lots of toy videos, but now I like to do gaming videos, science, arts and crafts, exercising. Well, I'm glad to hear that. There's Ryan's Toys reviews. There's animated characters, including Combo Panda and Gus the Gummy Gator.
What is his parents' jobs?
Apparently this.
Management.
No.
No, I mean, like, how did they get to the
They
to
actually
this
have a
point.
manager. They have Pocket Watch, which is a former YouTuber created Pocket Watch, who's been making a lot of these deals. He was at Maker Studios and has now branched out.
There's something that I think gets overlooked, in particularly with the people wanting to be a big YouTuber, is it's not always just getting those funds from the Google ad service. What's it called? AdSense, getting paid from Google AdSense. It's more than that. It's about your brand and getting it in front of millions of people to pay you directly, not pay you through YouTube. You know, people like Gary Vee and Roberto Blake, they get a lot of flack for their hustle talk, but they also try to tell you, you know, look, it's not just putting all your eggs in one basket of YouTube. It's taking your brand to YouTube and then growing beyond that and just, you know, using that as a bit of leverage. Yeah, if you got a lot of subscribers, you're going to get a lot more eyeballs, but you got to go beyond YouTube.
Well, and to that point, you remember last year, YouTube, which was getting in a lot of trouble, got a $170 million fine because of advertisements targeted at children, demonetized all the videos aimed at kids. Apparently, that cost Kaji 50% in his sales. So that's why it's so important not to be, you know what? You don't want to be dependent on somebody else's platform ever.
Nope.
Right. So the more you can be, branch out and diversify. This is a line you'll like, Jeff. This is from Bloomberg Businessweek. There are 6-year-olds on YouTube who draw larger daily audiences than Tucker Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me very happy. Very happy.
Coco Melon, the most watched channel on all of YouTube, launched a line of toys in September. They've licensed episodes to Netflix. Yeah, that's the key. But the problem is, I don't know how anybody knew that this kid would be the thing and that it would make it. And he obviously must be very charismatic. I wonder, how he's going to do as in adulthood.
What happens to him when it goes away? I mean, it's just like every child star ever, but this is a child star, $30 million. Jeez. Yeah. I hope
hopefully
and pray that they're saving
it
well for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he can I would love to give my daughter, let's say 20 million of the 30 million and be like, hey, you know what? Go to college.
Your college
find
is paid
yourself.
for, kid. Yeah.
This is a 16-year-old VC instead.
Well, no, I mean, I would.
It's also bad, though, to peak too early. Because then you spend the rest of your life wondering what happened,
Well, I mean, is it a peak to be analyzing toy videos? I mean, think about it. Like, it's a peak in terms of, yes, that's a heck of a lot of money, but you could go and then peak in a completely different career.
Yeah.
I've never liked the term. Sorry, go ahead.
Peak? Yeah, me either.
No, I've never liked the term viral. Someone's video went up on YouTube and it went viral. And it's great for that moment, but I want longevity for the content that I personally create. If you go and watch hands-on photography right now, I want you to be able to look at it a year from now and it still be just as useful and important to you. Not something that just sort of fades out like a fad, which is typically what happens with a lot of this viral stuff. I can remember, what was it? Harlem Shake? Was that the name of it?
Yeah. I stood on the table.
I remember you breaking the table, Mr. Laporte.
Yeah.
Was it about a month later? We all forgot about it.
Yeah. It was just, well, if TikTok's even worse, like these trends come and go like in minutes, it seems like, but everybody does it briefly. So how about this young lady, interestingly named Stephanie Jarvis?
I wish it were a long-lost cousin, but I don't think so.
She realized, along with her friends, that for the amount of money they pay for their flats, they could buy a chateau in France. And created a YouTube channel called The Chateau Diaries about their life living in the castle.
So I ended up watching an entire hour, almost of it, about how YouTube saved her with the pandemic and everything, and how now it's her full-time job. The fans help her redo the chateau. You think, well, she's making a fortune. No, the chateau is worth as much now as it was when she bought it.
Oh.
But she also, in season, will have a bed and breakfast and have events and stuff. But she's charming, and because every Jarvis is, and it's kind of mesmerizing how she has her Kickstarter fans and YouTube fans, and this is her life now. This is her living.
There must be a thing going on with TikTokers and YouTubes who have houses designed for TikToking and YouTubing. I mean, I was watching. There's an 18-year-old TikToker, Julia Graff, who has the strangest house ever. It's got a slide in it. It's got a drive-in movie inside drive-in. It's the craziest thing ever. And I realized, I mean, I think about iJustine. I mean, I think you, at some point in your life, you decide, I'm going to be an event. That's how you succeed on these things. I'm going to be an event. But it must be exhausting. I would be exhausted by the whole thing, right?
Well, you're much older than the event crowd.
I guess if you're young, yeah, maybe.
I mean, I would be, I wouldn't do it now, but like when I was 23, sure.
Did you have the energy to do that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's it. I had the energy to start TWiT in my 40s. Or was it my 50s? No, in my 40s.
No, it wasn't your 50s, sir.
I don't think I could do it now. That's for sure. Yeah.